We are starting this episode off by showing you guys what I did over here. Now, if you remember, my farming district was over there on top of the mountain, but I did destroy a lot of those farms because I decided that since I'm going to be working over here a lot, I'd rather them be in like AFK farming everything while I'm working over here. So I moved the bee farm and the bamboo farm, and then there's the moss right there. There's a couple I haven't rebuilt, like the cactus farm and stuff, but I have so many cactus that I don't think I will be needing it anytime soon. And then of course we did start it off by making this big iron farm. You can see that it is producing quite a bit, and with all of those I'll be able to make as many beacons as I want, as long as I go get the skulls, of course. But I just wanted those out of the way so I know where everything's going to be eventually. But that is not what we're going to be working on today. What we will be working on is this district over here. This is going to be more of a grand district. It's going to be a chapel and a greenhouse, and then I have a couple shrines like placed right here that I'll be building today. I actually think both of these are probably the coolest builds I've done in a very long time, probably ever, maybe. The chapel is absolutely massive, and then the greenhouse is just super detailed and colorful that I just really love the way they came out. And then of course I actually detailed all of these walls and stuff all the way down, just with the streaks of like grout and mud and stuff. But with that being said, I do have a lot of material grinding to do today. I have a lot of glass to gather up and a lot of dyes. Luckily I do have that flour storage, and I should be able to make the dyes pretty easily. But I will be needing a lot of quartz and a lot of diorite today for the chapel. Last episode we did do this shop and it turned out really nice. I haven't added any more shops because I'm still juggling ideas for what I want all of them to look like. But we also did get this honeycomb storage over here done. As you can see here, with the yellow and everything, we are going to be keeping all of our honeycomb in that place. Let me get this scaffold. Now I do have quite a bit of diorite already. I think this may be almost enough, so I'm not going to have to get too much diorite. Then I do need to go restock on calcite as well, because I will be using a lot of that today. But the chapel, the only reason I made this is because I wanted a place for the dragon egg, and it sits on the very tip top of it, and it looks really cool. So let me go ahead and get these materials started, and then we can go on over there. I just restocked on all of my iron, and then I have this blue shulker box full of iron as well. But this thing is also spawning cats, which I've never really noticed, but that's pretty cool, I guess, if I ever want cats. But I realized I needed a lot of concrete today as well, so I just made this concrete generator. It's from Shulkercraft over on YouTube. I haven't tested it out yet to see if it works, because I need to go get a lot of sand and gravel for it. And then what you do is just place all the concrete powder, whatever color you need, into the double chest, and then like go under the trap door and hold right click or something. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna have to look at it again. But I'm gonna turn all of this iron into iron blocks and then go get the sand and everything I need to start that bad boy up. So the concrete maker didn't work. It just like absolutely blew up, and there's water like going everywhere. But it took maybe 5 it took maybe 5 minutes to get all the concrete regardless. So I don't even think I need that. If I can just like spam right click into water itself, I'll just take the time to do it. I was just trying to be smart and have a little farm for it, you know? Like, oh yeah, I can just do this. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Anyways, I'm not gonna fix it regardless. I'm just gonna delete the farm. But I still have so much more to do. I have so much more to get. One being glass, but I did just go get all that sand, and I'll just smelt it all back into glass, you know, and then just dye it. Okay, Dude, it took absolutely forever, but now we are good to go on this first build. It will be the chapel that we're building in the first build, and I think I want to say where am I going with this? I want these two builds to be technically my starting point to how good of a builder I am. Man, that was a lot of words. But I took a lot of time to design both of these, and I went out of my comfort zone on especially the greenhouse. So I am going to judge this based on my ability at building for now on. I'm talking about all the other builds I will be doing, mostly the grander ones. I want to see throughout time to see how good I am getting. What can I like improve on? Things like that. But these two I will always come back to because I feel like these are probably not only the best in the world, well, my world, not the whole world. Come on now. But I think it's my best. So I'm excited to get started on this. So here's the chapel. On the hilltop where the sun first touches Silverport each morning, the Chapel of Light was built, a place of serenity and hope for all who enter. Legend says this sacred ground was blessed long ago, before the city rose, when a wandering priest planted a single sapling in the rocky soil. And here we are, guys. We have this chapel, and would you look at the absolute scale of this? It took so long to build, but the only reason I did build this is because of that bad boy up there. I needed a place for the dragon egg, and I think it works wonders up there. As you can see, I have a lot of gold accents going on, even down to just the simple bamboo trapdoors. I try to strategically place each color in a certain spot that counteracts the other colors. So of course we got gold, bounces off the gold, off the gold, off the yellow, and everything, so on and so forth. Same thing with the blues, these little like blue highlights on the side with these little blue flags and everything. Very much like fantastical with the way like the lights are floating and everything. And these are pretty cool little designs if you ever want to try this out. Just a glass pane with the candle on top of a end rod. And then of course you got the cross up there with the candle on top. There is tons of candles on this because I really think they add a lot of detail for whatever you're trying to do. These shutters are kind of funky, right? With the copper and then the little pink cherry blossom. I just think from afar, it just gives that ultra highlight to the copper trapdoors, and I really like it. And then of course we got the little streaks going down under the windows. Then on the inside you can see I played around a lot with glass because from afar it gives it a stripy look while also keeping this little line down the middle as if it has window panes. See, it has that little orange glow on the top going down to the grayish bottom. Of course, no interior. The interior is a decent size, and then this is where I'm going to set up a really big cleric trading place. Obviously, there's mobs in there, but if we go around to the side, I just got some iron bars to trap in these flowers. This little awning going out, and then we played around with a little sunflower deal. I think that looks pretty cool. Going around to the back, you can see the details continue all the way along. I really like this bay window design. It's kind of funky, but I went with the walls and glass panes and just tried to like separate and pull anywhere I needed to pull to get a certain shape. And I think I really nailed that. Now, if we fly though, I like this thing from afar, man. It looks so cool from afar, just standing there. It's kind of like the Cyclops vibes, where you have a bit of verticality. And would you look at that, dude? Now, of course, the greenhouse is going right here. So the greenhouse will frame it, and it'll just be kind of standing here on its own. But for now, that looks so sick. And I have a lot of glass to go get for the greenhouse, but we can just soak in this build for a second. And like I said, this is a standpoint of what I want to come back to to see how good I am over time. More builds I do that are grander like this, I want to see what I'm improving on, what I can improve on, etc., etc. But I think this is a good start point. I don't know. I think this is a good starting point, you know? I think I killed it. I think we're going to rock with this for a very long time, you know? I mean, obviously I ain't going to tear it down, so we're going to have to regardless if it's not good or not. But I really like the shapes we got going on. The spiky bits all the way down to like just the dark going all the way down to the white. Ah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, I do have a lot of work to do around here. I'll probably do this whole ground after I get the greenhouse up, and then we can finish up this district. But I do want to get this greenhouse up because if you like this, I feel like you would like the greenhouse, you know, and it's time to get into that. But I got a lot of materials to get yet again, and we can move on from there. So after that time lapse, we do have our greenhouse up now. And would you look at that? Now, in between, I did do a lot of work. I sectioned this out because I think I'm going to have one more of this smooth stone going all the way across because I do have shrines to place down right here. But as you can see, I framed off just little patches of greenery along with this like big plot of land, I guess you would say, because it is a city after all. So I'm thinking these everywhere would be kind of nice to kind of indicate that. And then just every now and then I have a little courtyard. Then over here, I got a little seating area. And then I did the same thing back here through a little tree. And then I do have a dead tree planned here for today as well. Really building heavy episode apparently. Now, if we go into free cam, I can kind of show you around this thing. Of course, we got the candles to kind of add a little bit of detail, little spiky bits going up to the staircase. Again, I use candles a lot on this build. As you can see, it kind of just extends up. But this is around like 3 layers of glass, I think. Just playing around with panes and actual glass blocks. But I used a lot of brown, some gray, and a lot of greens to get that little cool little striped effect from afar, as you can see. And I said this before, but this is very detailed all the way down to just the little fences going down to kind of add those lines like it's a framed window compared to the regular window. Moving on, we got a couple yellow, oranges, some browns again, all the way up to the roof. And I really like the shape of this. Ooh, how it kind of like curves in slightly. Thought that was a nice little touch. All of these blocks were definitely annoying to get, like the prismarine, dark prismarine, stuff like that. But I do want to build a prismarine farm eventually, so I can start using that color and that block a lot more. Because it's just a nice block and it matches the color theme I'm going for this district. And then we got this grout going down with the dripstone fading into the packed mud and then the stripped oak log. And then along this, I got these little simple bushes going along. Now I might just do this right here as well, but I might have this one all the way closed off, just like with the iron bars and stuff still. But I really love the way both of these came out, man. Now if I go back into it, I really want to put Sniffers in here. I haven't really gotten Sniffers ever, really, besides maybe once. And I really want to go scoop them up in this episode so we can put them on in here. Speaking of, we can come on in here. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Super highly detailed, really fantastical feeling when you walk in here. I do need spore blossoms to go in here just for the extra effect. I think I have some. If not, it won't be too bad to go get some. But could you just imagine little Sniffers walking around? I feel like that'd be really nice. I just need to go make a brush and then some water breathing potions, and then I can go to the warm motion. It's not too far away, especially with rackets. And we could just look around at the shrines there and try to dig up some sand for them. This has to be like the best mob to go and get, right? Like animal wise. Because you don't really have to worry about the leading them all the way over to your place, you know? Like if you want it at your place, you just grab the egg and dip. Well, I guess frogs are like that too, huh? You can use the frog spawn. Ooh, frog spawn, yeah. In the future, I would love access to some frog lights. If I had a lot of them, I'd be using them all the time. But I just know, I've looked at a few tutorials and I just know it's super hard. And then it said like shrines. Do I just fly around? I think I was at the wrong ocean biome. There's just so many ocean biomes now. I was at a deep Hello? I was at a deep lukewarm ocean. Jeez. And I need to be at just a regular warm ocean. So we're on the way there now. And I'm heading back because I forgot a brush. I can't be I can't believe I didn't make one. So I gotta go make one real quick. I think this is one. Okay, is that an emerald? It was an emerald. Okay, so at least I know I can get it from here. What is that? A wooden hoe. It's kinda hard to tell, huh? You can't I don't know I don't really know what to look for. I know it extends down, so I can just dig down real quick. Did I just break one? Alright, we went to a different one because the other place didn't have anything after those two I dug up. So, hopefully this place has a couple more. Okay. What is that? Oh, jeez. How rare are these things? There's one more. That's definitely not it. Jeez. This is gonna be a while, isn't it? Alright, round 3. And a stone hoe. This is like very unfortunate. I feel like I'm not having the best luck at all. Jeez, dude. No shot. Alright, round 4. See what we get. Hopefully a sniffer egg. But now that I think about it, I do need 2 so I can mate them. Because I want a couple in there. I keep getting emeralds, man. And it doesn't look like there's any more. Oh man, this is going to be a process. That's not one. Bro, easiest smeeziest. What was I talking about? That was so hard. Took absolutely forever to find these. Like, why did they make it so hard to find? And 2? Anyways, I do have moss blocks in here, and supposedly that makes it spawn a little bit faster. So there we go. You just plant these bad boys in here, and it cuts it down in half, I think. Anyways, finally, and then we just made them up because that was ridiculous. But we'll have little sniffers walking around. It'll be cool. Now, I can show you guys this. In between everything, I've been working on the chapel. Got this all decorated up. Got this big mural up on the wall. This gives off a chapel feel for some reason. Just the big grand art. Then we got the little podium with the little pastor up there. And then the seats, of course. Over here is just a little seating area. And then over here, got some food out on the table for everyone. With some decorations and everything. But what took forever about this place, so if you come down here, I did all of this as well. And I've been coming in between clips to level these guys up. So all of these guys are master now. Because I want access to a lot of redstone lamps. And of course you need glowstone for that. So I could just come in here and buy them from everyone. And all of these guys are master. It took so long. But they're all master now, and we are good to go. Of course, we got the redstone and the lapis brewing up as well in here. But I really like the way this came out, and I kind of want to do this for a lot of the builds that I do over on the district. Around here and everything, and in the big city. Have like a little better version of this over here in the city. Because I do have a cleric over there, but it's not that good. And they're, of course, not all master. So I took the time to make Mall Master for over here as well. And while these things grow up, I am going to build these shrines so we can get into that real quick. And then we can just finish up everything else. And especially get this tree in because the tree is really cool as well. And then this place will be all done. The grandmas are all grown up now. I thought I guess they're babies still. Because they're huge, aren't they? I don't know how long it takes for them to grow up, but I do need the seeds that they will dig up. Hopefully there's enough. I don't think there's enough grass in here for them. Well, I guess like maybe right here. So it might take a little bit longer to get seeds. But once they do, I'm going to mate them up and then we'll have quite a few roaming around in this place. But I did get these shrines up. I went with the blue on the sides and then the orange in the middle. I think it matches with the vibe well around here. So all I gotta do is just texture up this land a little bit and then the surrounding land as well and the tree. But this place is coming along really well and I like it a lot. Probably my favorite place I've done in this world so far. And I feel like it'll only get better from here. Now I forgot to show this at the beginning of the episode, but last episode we did build up that honeycomb like I said. But we also did the interior in between episodes and I can show you guys right here. I just restocked everything, so I was like, oh man, I didn't even show it. But this is what we got in here. Something simple and cute. When you walk in, you know it's a bee place. Got the bookshelves, chiseled variants, and everything in here with these little honey blocks. And if you come in here, we got the candles and stuff. And then this is where any excess candles I'm going to be keeping. So I can just fly in here to get some candles when I need it. And then we're keeping the honeycomb blocks and the honeycomb and everything else in here as well. Something simple gets the job done. And now we have a spot for it. So now I just gotta wait for these things to grow up. And we can move on. But I really want these things to grow up so I can mate them. Because I want to see how it looks with a bunch of them just chilling in here. So we have these pitcher pods and torchflower seeds. And I'm thinking of planting them right here. Now they are two different flowers. But I think the pitcher pods are the tall ones, and I kind of want the tall ones going all the way down here, and I'm pretty sure you have to like actually plant them. So I'm just gonna like do the soil real quick, and then plant these, and then maybe bone meal them just to see what they look like, and if I don't like them, at least we can have a couple more because I'll just break out all of them. And then maybe we could try the torch flowers, but I think the pitcher pods are gonna look good right here, and I'll just continue these iron bars all the way down. Okay guys, everything is officially done over here for the most part. There might be a few more things I can do in the future, but for this episode it is looking quite nice. As you can see, we did get this dead tree in, and I think it just really frames off both of these builds and just adds a little bit of intrigue over in this corner over here. It's absolutely massive. I feel like I went maybe a little too big, but I don't know. I like the shape of it, like the overall shape. I just used the basalt, smooth basalt, and cobbled deep slate with a little bit of tuff every now and then for some highlights. And then nether brick fences and dark oak fence gates for like the limbs and everything. And I think it looks really nice. And then of course all the pitcher pods grew up and it's looking really cool when you fly in here. That little splash of color looks really nice. And if we're going on here, we do have a couple walking around. And I can pick this up actually. But they're little babies, and I might just keep 4 in here. I'm not too sure. If I keep mating them, then I could just have a couple more, you know? But with all these courtyards and everything, and iron bars up, and then of course the dead tree in the back, I think we are finally done with this episode. Really love the way everything came out, and I'm so excited to just keep on moving. I'm in the zone for this world and making content for you guys, and I'm so excited. Like I said, just remember that you are loved. I love you, and peace out.